Hi guys, it's Deanna. So glad that you're here to join me for my yoga class. Today I have actually a prenatal yoga class prepared. I have a couple friends and family members who are expecting. So yay, congrats to you guys. It's so exciting, yay. With that, and as amazing as it is to go through this transformation of having a baby and everything that your body goes through, there can be some areas of a little bit of pain, tension, tightness, and so today what I have designed is a class really focusing on the lower back and hip area, because during your pregnancy, right, your hips will adjust to make room for baby. Your lower back can sometimes become compromised. Just as baby starts to grow, your back may start to sway, can just start to do things to your body that they just normally don't do. It gets into different positions and it can add just a little bit of pain in certain areas that you wouldn't normally feel, right? Just because baby's there. And we're happy that baby is there, but we have to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves in those points, because without it, if you're not taking care of you, you can't take care of baby very well, right? And baby, you and baby are so connected, so whatever you're feeling, baby is probably picking up on too. So this is a really good class to help get you recentered, focused, and work on these common areas of tension and tightness when you're pregnant. So this is a prenatal yoga class, so make sure first off that you are okay to do a practice. Do not do anything that is beyond where you need to be. Take it gentle, take it easy, and if you did need to consult with your doctor ahead of time, making sure that you're okay to take a prenatal yoga class, please do so. I have a block that I like to use, and if you don't have a block, you can just use a rolled up towel or blanket or something to stick under your hips. Especially since we're focusing on this hip area, it's going to start to open up your hips a little bit more. So sitting on a block here, again, coming to a nice, comfortable seated position. So I like to have my legs crossed here, but if that is not comfortable for you, find whatever position is. I place my hands on my knees here, just starting to get settled. Maybe gently closing your eyes or keeping the gaze at the top of your mat. Starting to focus on your breath here. Just noticing your natural rises and falls as you inhale and exhale. Bringing your shoulders up to your ears, dropping them back, trying to sit up a little bit taller here. Getting your ribs maybe a little bit lifted off those hips, making some room for baby. And if you want to, you can certainly have a hand or two where baby is, if you'd like that right now, feeling connected with baby. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Slowly starting to increase your inhales and exhales. And in doing so, you might start to notice that your breath is deepening into your diaphragm here. As you inhale, you feel your belly expand out. And as you exhale, it returns back to your spine. Taking time for you here, connecting with baby, connecting with your body here, and all your changes that are going on. Doing a mental scan of your body of any areas of tension or tightness. Harness your breath, send it to those areas, and blow it all away. Gently opening up your eyes if you had them closed, fluttering them open, returning to the room here. Slowly stretching yourself and your head all the way up to the ceiling. Giving a nice stretch down the front of your throat here. Returning to center and dropping your chin to your chest. Trying to keep your shoulders down. And returning to center. Looking to the right. Feeling the stretch down the left side neck. Coming back to center here and looking over your left shoulder as far as you can without compromising your breath here. Feeling the nice stretch down the right side neck. And returning to center. Now slowly dropping your head to the side, rolling it forward and all the way around, making a circle with your head. Inhaling as you're coming up and over, exhaling as you roll forward. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Returning your head to center, dropping to the other side. And chin comes to chest, circling around the other way. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up and over. Exhaling, chin comes to chest and around. Last time, up and over. Coming back to center here. Dropping your one ear towards your shoulder, and whatever side that is, take that hand up on an inhale, exhaling, dropping your hand to the side of your face, just gently, giving yourself a little deeper stretch here in the neck. Slowly releasing your hand back down. Coming to the other side here. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And gently placing your hand to the side of your face here. if you have been using a block or something to support you, you can now remove it. If it feels comfortable, stay where you're at. So from here, we're going to start swaying from side to side. So I'm just turning on my mat so I have enough room here, but you can stay right where you are. So hands behind you, inhaling and down. One more time, inhaling. This time on your exhale, swinging your hand up and over to the side. Inhaling up, exhaling, dropping that hand down, reaching over the other side. Trying to keep both hip bones grounded to the floor here. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Your gaze can be down at your mat or up to your hands, following your breath here. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Coming back to center here. Now we're going to take a twist, just slightly. So reaching up, hands coming down at your sides, inhaling up, exhaling. We're going to twist so that our shoulders are facing like square over our leg here. And we're going to drop your one hand to your knee and the other hand behind you. Now we're not super twisting, I'm not like looking beside me, just enough to feel a nice little twist here. Returning to your breath. And bringing your arm forward, inhaling, bringing it all the way up, and trying to open it to the side here. On an exhale, so you're making big circles with this arm. So up, and open, exhale. Really moving in your twist here, just getting a little bit more room. And returning to center here. Coming to the other side, I'm going to switch legs. Hands back down by your sides on an inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, dropping that hand to your knee, hand coming behind you for support, and just looking diagonally. And your hand coming forward on an inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, opening it up, opening that shoulder here. Inhaling forward. And exhaling, reaching out and back. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling, open. Inhaling up. Exhaling, getting that shoulder nice and open, feeling that twist, and returning back to center here. Bringing your hands to heart center, shooting them up, inhale. And exhale, bringing them back down. So from here, we're gonna bring our legs out in front of us. They make a diamond shape. So the soles of your feet are gonna be together, and then from here, your knees come out to your hips, so it looks like a diamond. We're going to do this big inhale again, but we're going to do something that's called a swan dive. So we're going to inhale up, and we're going to swan dive forward. So your hands come back out to your sides, and you're going to reach forward here, trying to keep your back as long as possible, not rounding at this moment, trying to keep it nice and straight. You don't have to come very far forward. Inhaling up, exhaling forward. Inhaling up, exhaling forward. Inhaling up, exhaling, coming forward. Last time, inhaling up, exhaling forward. And returning here. Bringing your knees together and having them a little further apart than normal so that your knees are not touching. Maybe even just slightly a little bit wider than hip distance apart, just so it's comfortable and you have enough room here for baby. And we're going to do kind of a modified cat and cow. So from here, hands are going to come inhaling to the sides, exhaling. We're going to round that spine, hands coming forward. It's as if there's like a string coming out of your lower back, something's pulling you back here. Inhaling, coming back up, feeling your sit bones again. Exhaling, rounding that lower spine here. This is like cat. Inhaling, and if you have more room, you can look up, and that's like cow. So, coming back here, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, following your breath. Last time, dropping your hands to the sides here. And we're going to hang over our legs. So reach forward as much as possible. You can come down, put your hands down your legs, on your ankles, and drop your head here. Rounding your spine as much as possible, just relaxing over. You can also grab and clasp your hands underneath your knees if you do have the room. Grabbing your elbows here, but that's going to bring your legs closer together. So maybe just clasping your hands here and letting your head drop, and we're going to just hold this here, relaxing over your legs. Slowly coming up. When you're ready here, dropping your hands to your side for support and slowly making your way to your side and coming up to a tabletop just for a moment here. So hands coming up here, and keep your toes under at this time. So we're going to flow forward and back here from this tabletop where I have my hips directly over my knees here, and on an exhale, dropping your hips towards your feet, getting a nice stretch in your feet here. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, dropping your hips to your feet. Pushing with the palms of your hands here to get a nice stretch. Bottom of your foot. As my feet used to really swell and be sore. So this is always a good one. So dropping your hips here. Inhale, coming back up. Last time, dropping your hips down to your feet, getting a nice stretch. And exhaling, coming back up. You can relax your toes. And from here, we're going to step one foot forward so that it's in between our hands here. And when you're ready, maybe rocking, getting the second foot up. Placing your hands on your lap. On an inhale, straightening your legs slowly, straightening your back. Exhaling, relaxing over. Letting that head drop again. And slowly coming up a ragdoll spine here. From the bottom of your vertebrae, head is the last thing to come up. Standing nice and tall here. Coming into a wide Tadasana, right? So not necessarily having your feet together, but hip distance apart where it's comfortable for your hips. Making room for baby here. Making room for yourself and whatever your body needs as well. So from here, we're going to flow. So we're going to start with just a gentle twist to the side. Again, not going crazy side, just to that diagonal. Inhaling up. Exhaling, coming back to heart center. Twisting just gently to the other side. Inhaling up. Coming back to heart center. Inhaling up. Exhaling, dropping your hands. Repeat to the other side. And maybe stopping here a moment, pressing your thumbs into your sternum bone, in between your ribs here. Maybe just taking a moment to yourself, closing your eyes. Appreciating your strength, feeling how your balance is maybe changed now, and loving your body for it, because you know why it's all different. From here, letting your hands relax down at your sides, and you're going to step back. I got to step up to the top of my mat just for a moment here. So you're going to step back with your one foot, and that back leg, that outer side of your back foot should be parallel with the short side of your mat, and the outside of your front foot should be parallel with the long side of your mat here. So taking a nice wide stance, we're going to come into warrior two. So on an inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhaling, bending this knee forward. Trying to be nice and open in your hips here, open in your chest. Neutral spine, tailbone dropping down as your knee goes forward here. Gazing over your front fingertips. Nice and strong arms. Now we're going to come into reverse warrior. So this backhand can come down to the back of your leg. This front arm reaching up and back. Just giving yourself a slight back bend here. Gaze can again be up at your fingers or down to your foot. Returning to warrior two just for a moment before we are going to bend this front arm down to meet our knee. just above our knee here. And this back arm is going to come up and over, giving us a nice stretch from our fingertips all the way down our side and into our toes. Gazing up at your hand. Engaging your core, coming back up to that warrior two here, flipping your palms so that they're facing up for peaceful warrior. Always returning to your breath. Now we're going to go into warrior one, and we're going to take this back foot and bring it in just a tad. Your heel can be up here. So now that your hips are square to the front of your mat, they're not open to the side anymore. We're bringing everything forward, including our shoulders, our hands down at our sides, and your weight is directly like in between both legs here. So as if there's an anchor going right down the center of your body. On an inhale, reaching and sweeping your arms up. If it's available to you, maybe giving yourself just the slightest little back bend and arms coming down, and you're going to step your feet together. That wider stance here, continuing your arms forward, dropping your tailbone down to your mat, rounding your spine here as much as possible. Weight into your heels. And coming back up. Now from here, you're just going to take the opposite leg and step back into that warrior two again. I am going to come from the back of my mat here so you can see me better. So opening up into this warrior two. Again, that same position, parallel with the short side, parallel with the long side of your mat. On an inhale, reaching up into warrior two, sinking into this position. Arms strong, belly button coming into your spine. Again, staying nice and long and tall, shoulders down. Dropping that hand to your back leg. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling over. Giving yourself just the slightest little bend. Staying strong in your legs here. Returning to warrior two. Dropping that front elbow. Back arm reaching up and over. Getting that nice stretch all the way down your body, from your fingertips, down your side, through your hip, and into your toes. Coming back to warrior two. Again, don't letting your hips sway here, your lower back, trying to keep everything nice and straight and tall. Flipping your palms facing up. For peaceful warrior, take a breath. Now bringing this back foot in just a tad, lifting that heel, bringing your arms down and swinging them up. Everything is now facing forward. Again, dropping your hips as much as possible here. Rocking yourself forward, bring your hands back and down, coming forward, dropping your tailbone, rounding your spine, weight in your heels, And taking a breath. And returning to standing. Again, we're going to continue our flow. This time a little faster, only taking maybe 1 or 2 breaths in each position here. So follow your breath as much as possible. Inhaling, stepping back into warrior 2. Exhaling, coming into that bended knee. Coming into reverse warrior. Returning, dropping your elbow, reaching over. Inhaling, coming back up to warrior 2. Flipping your palms for peaceful warrior. Coming into warrior 1, all the way up. Down and around, dropping into this little seated position here, like you have an invisible chair. And returning up, stepping back into this warrior 2. Bringing that hand back, reaching up and over for reverse warrior. Returning, dropping that front elbow, reaching up and over. Coming up, flipping your palms for peaceful warrior. Coming into that warrior 1, rotating forward. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling. Into the pose, surrendering to the pose. Stepping your feet together here and coming down, dropping, rounding your spine. And coming back up again. One more time here with your flow, following your breath. Stepping back into warrior 2. Stepping back to the other side here. Coming back up here. So you've now ended right here. Coming back to standing. From here, stepping yourself even wider, maybe even to the outsides of your mat here. So your feet are definitely wider than your hips. And inhale, reaching up. Exhale, doing that swan dive, coming forward, bringing your hands to your thighs again. Inhaling, straightening up. Exhaling, relaxing over. Letting your head drop here. Letting your hand to reach towards your mat. And if you do want a block or something here, you could certainly use that, like the base of a stool or something. Grab your elbows and we're going to just gently rock from one leg to the other. Feeling the stretch down the back sides of your legs, feeling it giving a little bit more room in your lower back here. And if rocking doesn't feel good, you can always just stay right here in the center and just hang. Dropping your hands towards the mat here. Now we're going to float, walking forward and back. So taking 1, 2, 3 moves forward, keeping your heels on the ground as much as possible just to get that calf stretch, and walking back 1, 2, 3 so that your hips are back over your legs. And we're going to bend our knees here, rounding our spine, dropping our head, and returning, walking back out 1, 2, 3, getting a stretch in the calves, coming back 1, 2, 3, bending here, making room in your hips, rounding your spine, and straightening your legs again, walking out 1, 2, 3, coming back 1, 2, 3, and bending, dropping that tailbone down as much as possible here, curving your spine and straightening up. Walking out one more time, 1, 2, 3. This time dropping your knees down to the mat. So we're coming back into this tabletop position here. And from here, bringing your knees out to the edges of your mat, bringing your toes in together, sinking your hips down to your feet, walking your fingers forward, and slowly coming into child's pose here, dropping your head to your mat, and returning to your breath. Slowly coming back up, coming back into table just for a moment to drop to that one side, swinging your legs in front. And now we're going to, you can stay forward on your mat, but I'm going to go this way here, and I'm going to make a V with my legs. Okay, so yours might be more narrow or wider than mine, wherever it is that's comfortable in your hips so that you're not feeling overly compromised here, but you can sit relatively comfortably. Bringing your hands to heart center, we're going to take circles round, so just from the right to the left, coming around, just moving the upper body here, circling around. When you come back up, going to the other side, so coming from the left and around. Focusing on that breath in and out. Returning to center here. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, reaching over to the side, letting the hand drop to the mat, reaching up and over. Trying to keep this shoulder open and stacked just for a moment here before we reach to the point where our shoulder starts to collapse. It comes to the floor. Now we're going to walk to center and gently roll up our spine. Again, reaching up, inhale. Going to the other side, dropping the hand to the mat, reaching up. Having our shoulders stack for just a moment before we reach over, reaching over, letting that shoulder finally collapse. Coming down over your leg, walking to center and back up, rolling up through our spine. Again, flowing here. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling up, exhaling, reaching up and over. Inhale, lifting, exhaling, collapsing over, circling forward, and coming back up through your spine. One more time each side. Inhale, exhaling, inhaling, bringing your legs back together here and letting them come together. We're going to do this relaxing pose that we had done earlier. So bringing your feet apart, inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, coming forward, letting your belly come in between your legs here and folding over your legs. Maybe clasping your hands, dropping your head and rounding your spine. When you're ready, slowly coming up, extending your legs forward, slowly dropping to one elbow and then the next, and relaxing all the way down into your final pose, relaxation here, Shavasana. So both feet out to the sides of the mat, palms facing up, shoulders flat on the floor. Closing your eyes here. Letting all tension go from your face and down your arms. Relaxing your back, feeling it just sink into your mat. Feeling your hips be nice and open here. All the way down your legs to your toes. Letting your breath slowly come back to normal, returning to your neutral breath. When you're ready here, slowly returning by wiggling your fingers and toes. And if you're comfortable here, you can just stay right here. Or you can just roll on to your left side. Pushing yourself up, extending that top leg. Coming back into a seated here. Enjoying the space that you've created for you and baby in your body. Maybe placing your hands to your belly, connecting with baby. Inhaling love for you and your baby. Exhaling, feeling that calmness spread around you. Inhaling that love and kindness for yourself that you share with baby. Exhaling your peace, letting it surround you. Slowly bring your hands to heart center here. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. From my heart to yours, namaste.